Welcome to the session. My name is Paul. I am president of candlecharts.com. Happy to be with you here right now, where we're going to be talking about the Nison candle scanning software, specifically on the TradingView platform. Here is the agenda for our session, and this will be the last slide, and then I'll be showing you Nison candle scanner on TradingView. So I want to go over this with you. First, a very brief history of the background of Nison Candle Scanner. We abbreviate that as NCS. Why we put it on TradingView and all the benefits, the main features of what NCS can do, how some of our traders are currently using NCS on TradingView, which is really great. A feature of TradingView that I really like and I encourage everyone to take advantage of is the bar replay and paper trading. A couple other examples of highlighting, scanning, and alerting. For those of you that don't already own the candle scanner on TradingView, I'm going to tell you about a special offer for what we call a test drive and a lifetime offer. And then I'm going to tell you about a special bonus session that we are doing on Saturday for anyone who actually owns candle scanner on TradingView. So for that session Saturday, only people who actually own it will be invited, and a lot of you have already been invited to that if you already own it. And then we'll take some Q&A. So if you have any questions while I'm going through the whole information, let us know. Let me know. Type that in. So what you see on the screen right now is Nison Candle Scanner on TradingView. And again, if you have a question, type it in. I don't want to say it again. If you have a question, I'd rather answer it for you here. If you're watching this via recording, you have a question, shoot me an email, paul@candlecharts.com. So what you see here is just a couple of charts. I have this in a 2-chart layout. I call it double. Imagine that. And you can have multiple layouts. You can have 1 chart, 2 chart, 3 chart, 4 chart, 8 charts, and I'll show you a couple of different examples. TradingView is very customizable as to colors and all kinds of stuff. I just like to have the white chart with the black background behind it. But let me just tell you a little bit about the history of NCS while we're looking at this chart. History of NCS. Steve Nison created Nison Candle Scanner for himself a long time ago. And he had been using it because he was traveling into New York. He lives in New Jersey. And he would travel into New York and do seminars for traders, institutions, Wall Street, everything like that, all day long. And then he'd come home and he'd want to place some trades for himself. The last thing he wanted to do at that point was sit down and start looking chart after chart after chart. So he talked to a programmer, and he created a software to find candle patterns for him. That was it. Nobody else, just for him. So he did that. He was using it as a way to find some of his favorite candle patterns. Some of you might know that he loves the windows, but it also includes 28 candle patterns in all, and he would find them, and he would use it to find setups. Well, he put that on a couple of different platforms, and there you are. I came to work for Steve in 2007, and he was showing it to me one day, and I said to him, wouldn't it be great if everybody in the world had access to this? Why would a trader not want this powerful tool to find trade setups, to get ideas about how to trade the market? So we started putting it on different platforms. And as some of you know, we already had this working on Trade Navigator, on TradeStation, and on NinjaTrader. And then recently, just a few months ago, we put it onto TradingView. So that's the history of NCS. Why did we want it on TradingView? Well, first, from what we understand, TradingView is one of the largest growing charting platforms in the entire globe, which kind of fits our database because we have students in 85 different countries that we know about. So we would get questions from people, hey, I want to use a software, but does it work in, and then fill in the blank, fill in any country that you wanted. Commonly we would get, does it work in Australia or UK or India or Italy or Spain or Argentina or Canada or Mexico, you name it, we were getting questions. So, we were worried about data feeds, making sure that the market data would be available for anybody around the world in any time frame. TradingView provides that. They work all around the globe in any time frame, and they provide data for almost anyone in the world. We had a group I spoke to very early in the morning for me in India. They were looking at the Nifty using Candle Scanner on TradingView. Later after this call, I will be on a call with a group in Hawaii where they're talking about a group of ETFs that they want to look at. So TradingView does a few things, and you might want to, if you're not familiar with TradingView, you might want to take note of the idea that it is an internet-based program, meaning there's nothing to download. You don't have to install anything onto your computer. TradingView is online. It's in the cloud, right? So all you need to do is have a device that has internet, and you can have access to this. So what do I mean by device? It could work on a phone, could work on an iPad, a Microsoft Surface, tablets, laptops, Chromebooks, desktops, you name it. Anything that has the internet and a screen, you'll have access to this, right? So we love that capability, where in the past on other platforms that we use, you had to download and install. Here, you could add it, you can open up the app, or you could just go to tradingview.com, open up a chart, and add the candle scanner onto it. And then you can have that same account loaded onto your phone. One of my favorite stories is when I first started using this back in the summer when I was beta testing. I added alerts on my desktop. I added the TradingView app onto my phone. I was out. I got an alert on my phone. I placed a trade that I never would have seen if I did not get that alert onto my phone, and all due to TradingView being very flexible. You used to get the question, does it work on a Mac? Absolutely does not matter as long as you have the internet. So TradingView provides market data for pretty much anything in the world. You can put it on any device, and there's all kinds of extra features that you can do with TradingView. So let's get into Candle Scanner a little bit more. It can do three main things: highlighting, scanning, and alerting. So let's start out with highlighting. Highlighting means it's going to identify the candle patterns for you. There are 28 candle patterns, and I'll show you that list here in a second. But right now on this template, my layout of double, I have the abbreviations. Okay, so right here, a -E, that's the abbreviation for a bearish engulfing pattern. Okay, right here, -W, a falling window. Right here, a +W is a rising window. Now, if you're not sure, if you're relatively new, and you want to make sure that you have full names on there, you can certainly just uncheck that box in the settings. And notice here in just a couple of seconds, these abbreviations will become full names, and I'll show you that right there. So there, remember I showed you a -W, for example. There's your falling window. Here's your rising window, bearish engulfing, and you name it, all by the click of a button, just by toggling back and forth. I can have abbreviations or I can have full names. That is highlighting. It will work in any time frame. Notice I have Apple here on a daily. I have Tesla here on an hourly. I will show you a bunch of other templates that I have, or layouts. I call them templates sometimes. Let's go to quad. This is a quad. This is what I call for my 4 chart layout. Notice what I have here. I have the pound dollar on a 15-minute chart. I have the dollar Aussie. I have Bitcoin and Ethereum all right here on 15, 30, 5-minute, 15-minute charts. Okay. Now, when you go from one layout to another, it just takes a little bit of time for things to update, but you can start seeing things popping in here, and this chart will pop up shortly, and that will, there they are, and they're coming in. So again, I just am bringing this up because I wanted to show you that it will work in almost any market. Okay, so I showed you a couple of stocks before that were closed. I can show you now that this little green dot is telling me that that market is open. So the pound dollar is open. I'm looking at pound dollar on a 15-minute chart, and it is highlighting patterns for me. Notice on this chart, I also added in Bollinger Bands. On these charts, I did not add in other things. You can add in whatever other indicators you'd like. So some people like moving averages, Bollinger Bands, MACD, RSI, Fibonacci, you name it. Just click on indicators, and you'll see a whole list of free available indicators. Now, the Nison candle scanner is what we call an invite-only script, which means the only way you can add this to your chart is if you actually purchase it. And I'll show you how that happens later on. So that is highlighting. I showed you that you can pick, well, actually, let me just show you a little bit more. I can pick whether I want the abbreviations, and then I can go through the 28 different candle patterns. There are 13 bullish, there are 13 bearish, and 2 neutral candle patterns. Notice I have some of them turned to no, some of them turned to yes. The other option is I can actually switch it to strict. What is strict? I get the question all the time. Strict is just a tighter definition of a candle pattern. Example, I always talk about the hammer. If you say yes to a hammer, it will give you a standard criteria hammer, which means it could be either a green or red real body. Obviously, on the colors I'm looking at, I have green and red. It could be black and white, whatever colors you choose. And it can have a very small upper shadow. If you went with strict criteria hammer, you would see that it has to be a green real body and there cannot be any upper shadow. So a strict hammer, I'm just giving you one example, is going to give you a tighter definition and perhaps a better potential setup. Now, some people say, well, why wouldn't you only look at strict? Because some days there won't be any strict criteria patterns. Other days there will be a lot of standard, and that way, good idea maybe to look at strict, so maybe it narrows it down for you. So on one chart, you could look at yes to a standard criteria hammer, and on the other chart, you could put on strict criteria hammer, and you could see the difference. And we're not going to take the time to do that now, but you can do that with each of these candle patterns. So you can say yes, no, or strict, and then you will also be able to pick abbreviations or not. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to set up a scan. Okay, I'm going to do set up a scan off of this chart, the pound. Actually, let's set up a scan off of the Bitcoin 5-minute chart. I'll show you why in a second. So I have most of these to yes, a couple of them to no, and now I'm going to scan some items that are currently open. So I'm going to scan Ethereum. I'm going to scan, let's say, the dollar yen. I'm going to scan, let's do another Forex. Let's do the pound. Let's do crypto. Let's pick, doesn't matter. We'll just go with Solana. And let's say I want to scan those 4 markets for any candle pattern that I have clicked to yes on the time frame that I choose here. Now, if I don't change the time frame, when it says chart, it just will default to whatever time frame it is that I'm setting up the scan from. So because I'm looking at a 5-minute Bitcoin chart, this will scan on 5-minute chart. So I'm going to click OK. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an alert. Okay, so I'm going to change the name to Having Fun Today. I'm going to go to notifications, and I can change how I want to be notified if one of those things happen. So I could be notified in the app, or show a pop-up, send an email, or I could play a sound. And let's say I want to go with that one. Okay, so I'm going to create. So how do I know it worked? Because I'm going to come up here to the icon for alerts, and you should see an alert pop up here just momentarily. If I saved it, and there it is. Okay, so there's my Having Fun Today. It's active immediately, and it will scan on the 5-minute charts of those charts that I selected for those candle patterns. And then when they happen, if they happen, we will see a pop-up. I'll get an email, I'll hear a little sound, and then it will also go into my alert log right down here. Notice I have a whole lot of alerts that happened here today. And I can go through that. I can delete them. I can even export that log to a CSV file. So if I wanted to scan, let's say, 2,000 stocks in the whatever markets I want, I can set up my scans. I can then have an alert log at the end of the day. I can just export it and I can look at that list one by one if I'd like. I can sort them. I can do other things. By the way, I am scanning specifically for the candle patterns of Nison Candle Scanner. If I had other indicators, such as this chart up here, I have Bollinger Bands. If I wanted to have a scan set up on Bollinger Band, or a lot of people have a moving average crossover scan and be alerted that if the 20 crosses above the 50, as an example, they get alerted. So realize each indicator can have what they call a technical alert. You can also have price alerts. If you said, hey, I want to know if Microsoft crosses $420 a share, you can do that. So those are price alerts compared to technical alerts, okay? So I just showed you highlighting, I showed you scanning, I showed you alerting, okay? So let me tell you how a few of our students actually use Nison Candle Scanner. And this is part of my favorite part of talking about our software, as it helps other traders just get ideas. What are other people doing with this? And I will tell you right now, there is absolutely no limit, right? If you can dream up what you want to scan for, you can absolutely do it, okay? Gladys has a question. You have to own the premium version of TradingView to scan 1,000 stocks. You're right, and I will go over that here in a second. Great point, Gladys. Candle Scanner will work on the free version of TradingView. It will also work on the 3 different levels of paid TradingView, okay? And it will absolutely work in any market, any time frame. So there's so many different ways to go. Joseph saying, can you use just one single chart for your presentation can be seen more clearly? Yeah, Joseph, the purpose of this right now, what I'm showing, is not to look at a chart and identify should we trade it or not. That's not the purpose of this. It's to show you that you can set up different charts different ways. You can have abbreviations as I do down here. You can have indicators, do whatever. So if I wanted to look at a specific chart, which is exactly what I would do if I was considering trading something, I would not want to be confused by looking at anything else. I can certainly look here. Now, I love Bollinger Bands, but I'm going to remove those for right now, okay? Now, somebody asked me earlier today, what time frame should they use, right? And the great thing about time frames on TradingView is you can use any time frame that you could possibly imagine. I have my favorites. My favorites are daily, hourly, and 15-minute. I starred those as I wanted to because that way I can get them up here. I don't have to go hit that bottom drop down. Oh, and look, we just got an alert. Okay, our having fun today alert just popped up. And I just got an email as well saying you just got an alert. And I'll show you what the result was in a little bit. But I have my favorites. What I like to do on the daily chart is I will take my little handy quick drawing tool and I will start drawing in lines. Okay, I like drawing in horizontal support and resistance lines. I want to know where my next resistance will be. By the way, I'm looking at Google, but it really does not matter. I'm just drawing a line where I feel I want to. Notice something here, very small rising window. Okay, and you could draw as many as you want. You could delete them. You could do whatever you'd like to do. And again, you can add other indicators. You can change colors, customize it exactly to what you want to do. Let's say I was in this stock, or I was thinking about getting in the stock. What would I want to do? So I got my lines on my daily. Now, if I flip to an hourly chart, right, I can kind of blow it up. I can make it shrink down. I can do whatever I want. I'm just using the little roller on my mouse to do this right now. It will show you where those lines are. Those lines will stay there. And let's say I want to know if we get down here. I want to know if we get right there. So what can I do? I can add an alert at that price point. All I did was I right-clicked right there. and I can add an alert. Same idea. I can get a noise, a pop-up, whatever I want to do, telling me, hey, Google just got down to that price point. Okay. Gladys, can you tell me how you get that small black box with a few indicators in it to the middle of the page? You mean this one? Is that what you're talking about? Yep. So there's little secrets that I learned with TradingView when I first set this up. Honestly, I don't recall how to do that. There are ways to go into drawing tools here on the left, make that a favorite, and you can just create a little cheat sheet. What I did when I first started using TradingView, honestly, was I just watched I think they have like a half-hour video from TradingView how to get going, and I did. And my favorite thing is to just draw horizontal lines. So I added that to this little widget, and I can kind of keep it up here, and I can bring it down anytime I want, rather than going over to the drawing tools there. Okay, so some people use Candle Scanner with just a few number of stocks or a few number of markets, whatever they're looking at, but they want to be alerted when it gets to a certain price point. They want to be alerted if, yeah, Gladys, it is very handy to have that. Yep, Michael, as mentioned earlier, Saturday I will be doing a bouncing ball video only about the bouncing ball, okay? Today is more of a general information session. Saturday will be the bouncing ball. So what I was saying before is some people want to trade but not sit in front of their screen all day. So one of the best things about TradingView is to be able to set up alerts, walk away. Have your phone in your pocket, as probably 90 whatever percent of people have their phone with them at all times, and have your TradingView app open and just have alerts come to your phone. Okay? It's really that simple. So do you have to stare at the chart anymore? No. And yes, our candle scanner on other platforms had that capability. Took a little bit of extra time and effort to get that going, but it certainly can happen. I'll give you another example. I talked to a guy named Tom earlier today. Tom was telling me that he was one of the very first people to buy Candle Scanner on TradingView, and he loves setting up for windows. And as a lot of people know, windows really do not happen in Forex because of the 24-hour nature of the market. It doesn't really happen that often in crypto. So what he did, he was in a seminar that Steve gave talking about windows, how they do not happen that often in Forex, but when they do, it could be potential gold mine, right? What did he do? He heard that, he wrote it down, he set up a scan, find me any window, and he did a couple different time frames, and he chose 20 different Forex pairs and crypto markets that he was watching. So he did 20 scans of, let's say, euro dollar on an hourly chart, looking for windows. Now, does it happen every day? No. Does it happen often? No. But when it does happen, we've got another alert right there on the dollar yen. When it does happen, incredible results, he told me. So all he does, he has one scan set up for windows, intraday, Forex, and crypto. And again, doesn't happen that often, but it does happen a couple times a month in different markets, and he takes full advantage of that. He told me on his first trade after buying Candle Scanner on TradingView, he paid for his entire lifetime ownership 3 times over. Okay? He tripled his investment in Candle Scanner with his very first trade because of that window trade. He knew he wanted to do that. He absolutely did it. Okay, other people want to scan for combinations of things. I want to find bullish engulfing patterns at the bottom of a moving average crossover. Well, remember, Candle Scanner is only going to alert you to the candle patterns, but you can create other indicators inside of TradingView, get alerted to them, add those to Watchlists, and if you can see this toolbar over here on the right-hand side, you can create Watchlist. As you can see, I have various watch lists here. I have my S&P, I have my NASDAQ 100, I have a watch list that I create. I have an X list of things that I look at on a regular basis, and you can add multiple watch lists. And then for when you go into a watch list, you can then tag that, right? So you can say, hey, green is something that I want to look at. This is something that I might just want to trade today. Or I might say, hey, for me, I'm going to create that as red. And red means I might go bearish or I might go short on that trade. You can do whatever you'd like to give yourself little notes, okay? So you can do different watch lists. You can import a watch list. So I did not sit here and type all 500 stocks of the S&P. I went to the screener that TradingView provides. I copied the 500 stocks of the S&P 500 and boom, I brought them over to my S&P watch list, okay? And it just goes alphabetical for all 500 stocks. I think there's 502. It varies, from time to time, but roughly 500 stocks. I then have other lists. I have different things that I have in my red, green, and orange list. I can import a list. I can create a new list. I can delete things. I can do all kinds of great stuff, all in watch list. Here's my alerts. As you can see, I just hover over that, and you can tell that I had a bearish engulfing on the dollar yen. I had an evening star and a bear sash all on the dollar yen, right? So, and then before that, we had a bearish engulfing and a bear sash on Bitcoin. So these are the kind of things that I'm not really paying attention to them now, right? I'm doing this session with you guys, but I wanted to show you just some of the ways that you can utilize Candle Scanner on TradingView. I'm going to show you another great thing that I really enjoy doing. And for some of you, you might have already heard me do this, but let's just pick a random stock. I'm just going to scroll. I'm going to pick that. I'm going to do a bar replay, and I'm going to pick right there. Okay. Oh, this is an hourly chart. So bar replay allows me to replay that market. I can click play. I can go fast forward. I can change the replay speed from 1 time to 3 times. And let's just show you and what you can do at any given point. This is just replaying what has already happened. Okay, at any given point, I can hit pause. Now, yes, I know there are other platforms that have bar replay functions, but this is going to provide you with bar replay with Candle Scanner. What would you do now, right? A lot of people, if I backed it up to here, and you saw a rising window, some people would say, hey, maybe I should go long, right? We had a rising window. Well, my support would be here. Let's bring my handy dandy drawing tool down again. Draw on that line. I'm going to draw the 2 lines that created that rising window, right? So you might say, hey, I'm going long here. I got a support. I got my potential target maybe up in here. Let's go long. Well, bar replay will give you the idea that, maybe if I had paid attention, I should have known that that was my resistance point, right? What had been, getting more alerts, what had been support back here became my new resistance. Now, I haven't looked at ExxonMobil in a long time, okay? But just by drawing that one line, my highest close was there. But look, we actually had a move back above it. And Gladys, if you're paying attention, here you go, little crack and snap, right? We talked about that earlier today, Gladys. Right, we had a move under support and we snapped right back above it. So it kind of held stronger, right? The fact that I knew that that was my support line created my new resistance. And look what happened. This, Gladys, falling off the roof. We got to move above resistance and then a move back down below it, right? We couldn't stay above it. We rejected the higher high prices. So this, to me, now, could you have gone long here? If you had gone long right when it opened, right there, and you knew that that was your resistance and this was your support, would you have gotten in? Would you have gotten in at 101.75 with a target of 101.85, so a 10-cent move up, but a 30-cent move down? Would anybody do that? I don't think so. So just by seeing a candle pattern by itself should not be enough to get into a trade. Now, I can swear to you, I did not look at ExxonMobil before. just these are the tools that will help you look at a chart, figure out, is this something I should trade or not? You always want to identify support and resistance. That's why I love having my handy dandy horizontal line drawing tool right here that I can put in. I drew in my lines, and sure enough, I knew, oh, look, what resistance, we got to move above it, close below it. And look, well, with the very next candle, we got a touch of it and a move back down. Okay, so this alone would tell me I'm not going long here. If I were to go long right where we are now, I'd want to get a move above here before I'd even think about it. Now, the other thing I really like about TradingView, and that was the bar replay, right? By doing that, it gives you the opportunity to practice, to see how market psychology works, and to be able to be most prepared going into your trade. Okay? We also have a paper trading concept. With TradingView, you can buy and sell paper trading, not real money, just to be able to practice. And I tell every trader, anybody I talk to, the more you practice, the better you will get at trading. So why not practice on the real deal? This is a chart that I use myself to find trade setups. But guess what? There are potential trades that I'm doing tomorrow that when we're done here today in this session, later on tonight, I will be doing a couple bar replays of stocks or different items that I may be trading tomorrow. Okay, so all it is just going to bar replay, picking a market, picking a time frame, having candle scanner on there, having what other indicators that you want, and going from there. Okay, so I'm just going to turn off the watch list and talk to you about, now I forgot who it was. Somebody said before, why would you show multiple charts? Well, you can also have 8, right? I call this my octobox. And I just only bring this up again, not to show you, hey, let's take a look at a chart, because I wouldn't look at it like this either. I just wanted to show you just a couple other things, right? Here's an ETF that we look at all the time, XLK. You got Meta, you got the Euro dollar, you got the Nifty 50 index right here for our traders in India. We got a couple of individual stocks, different time frames. Here's an hour, here's a 5, here's a 15-minute, here's a daily. I just wanted to show the idea that you can scan multiple markets, multiple time frames that work best for you. Okay, and that's really one of the great advantages of using TradingView. So I showed you bar replay, I showed you paper trading, showed you different layouts and alerts. Let me tell you a little bit about our special offer for those of you that do not own this yet. Okay, so this is the Nison Candle Scanner for TradingView platform. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly. We're going to offer monthly plan, an annual plan, and a lifetime plan. And I'm going to go back to charts here in just a minute. I just wanted to bring this up. Monthly plan is normally $249 a month. We're doing a promo until Friday, this Friday, that if you sign up by Friday, you can sign up for just $99 per month. That's not just the first month, that's every month thereafter. So if you sign up for the monthly plan and say, hey, I want to continue, you pay just $99 a month, when after Friday, it'll go back to the $249. We have an annual plan, which means every year on your anniversary, you would be billed $997. And then we have lifetime. Normally it's $12.95 for lifetime. We have an offer of just $10.95 for lifetime right now. Okay, $10.95, you pay that one time, you own it for life. I'm going to go through this page real quick. There's a video here from Steve on using it. A couple of ideas, whether you go for monthly, annual, or lifetime, everything that's included. You'll get an automatic upgrade to the NCS Pro, which is what I've been showing you. It includes built-in modules. You don't have to do anything to show you intraday, crypto, Forex, and strict candles. What does that mean? There are slightly different definitions for the different time frames and different markets. When you sign up, Richard's asking, does Lifetime have a yearly maintenance fee? Nope, not at all. Literally, you pay one time, Richard, you own it for life. Okay? And I'm going to show you something that you're going to really appreciate. When you sign up, we're going to give you getting started videos, how to get it set up, how to add it to your chart, how to do some of those little customizable items. You're going to get a new to chart video that Steve did. It's about an hour long. You're going to get a quick reference guide that's a cheat sheet for all the abbreviations. So if you want the abbreviations on your screen, so that way it takes up less space, we have a cheat sheet to show you, hey, a plus W means rising window, that kind of thing. We have a video that shows you all 28 different candle patterns, a little bit of information about each one. Sometimes people think, hey, I saw a bullish engulfing, I should buy long. Does not always mean that. You get exclusive invitation to all best practice idea sessions, including that very special bouncing ball session I'll explain to you in a minute that we're doing on Saturday. First time ever that we're doing it for the TradingView platform. So I'm going to go through, there's 11 bullet points real quick. NCS can highlight, scan, and alert, work in any time frame, any and all time frames. 2, you're automatically upgraded to that NCS Pro. 3, you're going to save hours of time. I don't know about you, but I love saving time and making money simultaneous. You'll automatically be able to say yes, no, or strict to 13 bullish, 13 bearish, and 2 neutral. You'll be able to choose either strict or standard. It works in multiple markets. And here's one of my favorite parts, and a lot of people don't understand this. The data feeds are already built into the TradingView platform. In other platforms, you have to make sure that you have a data feed connected. For anybody who uses it on NinjaTrader or TradeStation or Trade Navigator, you need data feeds. With TradingView, it is built in. You do not have to think about it. For those of you that say, hey, I trade stocks, but maybe in the future I want to trade futures, cryptos, Forex, it's already there waiting for you. One of the best parts of this, it works on any internet-enabled device. We used to get questions, does it work on a Mac? Does it work on my tablet? Does it work on a Chromebook? The answer to all of that is yes, yes, yes. Nothing to download. All you need is the internet. You have online access to our resource videos from our team showing you how to use it. You can highlight and toggle between full name or abbreviations. You can scan for all of those. The possibilities are endless, literally. I just gave you a couple of quick examples. There are so many more. Richard, to go back to your question, Richard asked, is there a yearly maintenance fee? Absolutely not. And any updates, any upgrades that we ever do are included for lifetime, okay? So if we add an extra candle pattern, or if there's an extra definition of something, or we add another bonus, or TradingView does an update and we have to do something to update to make sure that it will function with TradingView, all included, done deal, never have to worry again. If you already have a TradingView account, the only thing that you would need to do is provide us at time of purchase with your TradingView username so we can permission you. If you do not have a TradingView account, you can click this blue bar, it says launch chart, and you'll be able to sign up for either a free account or one of their 3 paid. They call it Essential, Plus, and Premium, okay? So if you already have an account, you can click there and you'll go right to that TradingView account. If you don't already have an account, you can create a free one or do one of the paid ones there. This is just a couple of screenshots of picking yes, no, or strict, how to do a scan, what alerts look like, everything that we've already showed you, a little bit of what the abbreviations look like compared to the full names. Again, you can launch a chart, and then some great testimonials that we have and a couple of FAQs. Okay, let's go back to the chart. Gladys is asking, can you get a lifetime account for TradingView? I believe they go annually. I don't know if they have a lifetime for them. I'm going to go back to a single, and somebody just asked if we could take a look at a specific chart. Just got a bear sash. Let's take a look at, just for fun, Microsoft. So by clicking over there, I'm going to look at a daily chart just because, and there's so much information right here that I just wanted to highlight a couple things. Oh, by the way, I'm going to put the link. I just had a couple people asking for the link to purchase. Candlecharts.com/tradingview. Joseph's asking, I am trading with TradeStation. Can I superimpose or do an overlay on top of my chart? Joseph, if you're already using TradeStation, we have Nison Candle Scanner for TradeStation. Okay, so if you wanted to just add it to your TradeStation account, you certainly can. But when you purchase a license of Candle Scanner, you have to pick which platform you want to use it with. As far as overlaying it on top of your chart, I'm not 100% sure. I've never done that before. Something you could potentially ask either TradeStation or TradingView. I'm not really sure. I don't want to tell you wrong info on that. So I'm just going to open this up a little bit. A couple of things that I really like on TradingView. First, down here at the bottom, and I know a couple people have asked this before, that E is telling me when the earnings report are. So if I click on that E, it will tell me what the earnings were, the date, and all the other good stuff. Okay. Now, why is that important? Because it happened in the past. What do I need to know for? Well, when earnings are coming up, you'll see another E like in the future. So you would know that this little D is a dividend. It'll tell you how much it was and the payment date. And this little like lightning bolt kind of thing, it'll give you headlines for that specific stock. Why is that important? Because even though we are doing technical analysis, right, we're looking at candles, we're looking at different things, our opinion is it's very important to know when expected news is coming out, whether it's earnings or dividends or anything else. There's a lot of information. The bigger the stock, the more information typically you'll see, right? If you look at Tesla, every time Elon opens his mouth, you'll see a little extra news, okay? So I can go back and forth. I can add different candle patterns. I could take them away. I can make abbreviations. And it's really going to be very beneficial to your trading, my opinion, to be able to look at any market, any time frame, get ideas. TradingView constantly puts out more information about how to use their platform, how to get ideas, how to create watch lists and scans and alerts and every drawing tool imaginable over here. And I don't even want to show you half of the stuff it can do, but I showed you a few things. I showed you the bar replay and the paper trading functionality. I showed you how to highlight, how to scan, how to set up an alert. As you can tell, we've been getting alerts right there. We got a bear sash on the dollar yen. So that's the kind of thing on a 5-minute chart you might want to know. For those of you who are familiar with candle patterns, you know that a sash pattern does not have to follow a prior trend, right? Either a bull or a bear sash can follow an uptrend, a downtrend, or a lateral movement. But what is a sash pattern doing? It's telling you who has temporarily gained control. So just by seeing that alert, I might be thinking to myself, well, maybe I should take a look at the dollar yen, right? The bear sash just happened on a 5-minute chart. But before I traded that, I would certainly want to take a look at the chart. I would want to take a look at maybe other time frames, take a look at any other information that I might see. Okay. Just got a question. Let me explain how we're doing this. We're calling it a test drive, right? Test drive is the monthly plan. Normally it's $249 a month. It's only $99 per month, okay? It's just $99 per month. Here's what we're doing. We're doing it as a test drive, kind of like test driving a car, right? What do you do in a test drive? You test drive to see how you like it. Does it work for you? Does it fit? Is it, doing what you need to do? Well, we do charge $99 for the test drive. If you like and you want to upgrade to lifetime in that first month, we'll allow you to do that. We'll apply the $99 credit for what you paid for the first month towards the lifetime ownership, okay? Just because we want you to feel comfortable. Other people say, I don't need a test drive. I want that right now, okay? I understand that Steve Nison is the guru of candles. I want to make sure I get it. And if you notice, Candle Scanner Lifetime on TradingView is just $10.95, just a few dollars more on top of what we normally charge for an annual plan, okay? So you own that for lifetime just by purchasing it one time by clicking that Get Started Now button. This is by far the best value in time, and I can guarantee you, you're going to get more ideas than you can possibly think about just by utilizing this very powerful tool. Our team all uses this now. If any of you are a member of Market Central and watch the daily recaps or the strategy sessions or other sessions done, you will see that Steve and our team are actually using TradingView with Candle Scanner. Mary Jane, good question. Let me pull this up 1 second. Mary Jane is asking, what's the difference between the free TradingView and the paid TradingView? Okay, so what I just did was I just pulled up the TradingView page. The free is going to be free. Literally, you don't have to pay anything for the free version, which allows you one chart per tab. Notice before I was showing you, if you had the free account, you'd be able to look at one chart like this. And a lot of people say, okay, that's good. That's all I want. Also take a look at how many indicators you can use. If you're using the free, you can only have 2 indicators on your chart, and you can only have 1 price alert. Okay? A technical alert. 1 technical alert will allow you to scan for 40 items. So if you wanted to scan 40 stocks, you can get away with the free account. Okay? If you wanted to do a paid account, now you can get into multiple charts on the tab. You can have 5 indicators per chart. So if you said, hey, I want Bollinger Bands, I want MACD, I want moving averages, I want candle scanner, and I want volume, you're going to need the essential. It's going to give you 20 technical alerts. Remember, there are 40 market instruments that you can scan per technical alert. So 20 technical alerts would allow you to scan for 800 items. If you go with the plus, the middle paid version, 100 technical alerts means you can scan now for 4,000 stocks. You can have 10 indicators per chart. And if you go with the premium, you can have 400 technical alerts. Again, 400 times 40 for each one. You can scan for 16,000 stocks. Okay, so Candle Scanner is going to work the same way, whether you go free or one of the paid versions. It's just a matter of how many scans do you want to be able to do, how many indicators do you want to be able to do. I can also tell you, notice it says I can downgrade to the Essential or Plus. I currently have the Premium. I'm using it. I use it for everything it has to, you could do multiple watch lists and do all this other stuff down below. But when you sign up for a free account, they also give you a 30-day free trial of one of the paid versions. So if you're going to do that, might as well take a 30-day trial of the premium. And I'll tell you a little secret from me to you. If you take a 30-day trial, as soon as you do that, you'll get an email telling you how to get it set up. And then the next day, you'll get an email saying, if you want to sign up for a year of premium, we'll give you a little discount if you do it now. Okay, so they do provide discounts on some of these plans as well. But you can always sign up for a 30-day demo of one of these just to be able to play around with it and then figure out, what you'd actually like to do. Okay? Mary Jane, I hope that answered your question. Joseph saying, is there a candlestick software that can actually sketch the candle pattern forming on a chart? Yeah. I mean, literally, you could pull up whatever you'd like, get rid of Microsoft. Let's just look at Bitcoin. Let's switch down to a 1-minute chart. Let's look at a better chart than that. Get rid of Bitcoin. Let's look at the euro dollar. Okay, so we're going to look at 1-minute chart. Candle scanners coming up. You're very welcome, Mary Jane. Hope everything's going well for you. Right, so realize when you're looking at a 1-minute chart in a open market, it's just going to take a couple extra seconds because there's so many data points that need to be found with the Nison candle scanner. Remember, a candle pattern is not just the right shape, but it has to follow the correct trend. So this is just going back and updating right now. And as you can see, this is going to be in real time, right? This was just a red candle couple seconds ago, there's all my candle patterns, and this candle pattern will be identified or not identified for that specific candle pattern as it is formed or not formed, right? So notice a tweezer top right now. You can see a lot of tweezer tops just because, you know, it's going to have the same high or the same low on a tweezer bottom. That's going to happen quite often. But this over here is going to tell us how much time. Joseph, I hope this is answering a question, but this is showing in real time as the candle patterns are forming. It'll be identified differently. Notice it just became a bearish engulfing. Oh, and now it's no longer a bearish engulfing, it's a dark cloud cover. If it moves down a little bit more, it would then be identified in real time, and that candle is closed. Now we have a tweezer bottom, and it's a green candle. Oh, no longer tweezered. Now it is, now it isn't, right? So it's going to go back and forth just by looking at a 1 minute candle. Joseph, is that what you were looking for? You asked for it to sketch the candle pattern forming on the chart. Is that what you were asking for? Because I believe it is. If so, it is showing it to you right here in real time. You got it, Joseph. Glad it worked out, right? So you see it in real time. And again, if it becomes a candle pattern, it will be identified that way. If it's no longer that candle pattern, well, then that label would be removed, and then it just stays on the chart. You know, you could blow this up all you want to, move it down here a little bit to make it a little bit easier to see. And this is just literally a 1 minute chart of the euro dollar. Notice for some people, this 1 minute chart is way too fast, and for other people, it's just right. That's the beauty here. You could pick whatever time frame you want, okay? And you can watch this all day long. Obviously, Forex is open 24 hours during the week, and you can watch it in real time. You could be alerted to other charts, right? You don't have to be looking at a chart in order to be alerted to it. So I could be looking at this one. I could be looking at 4 charts and be alerted to a different chart from a different scan. There's so many things that you could possibly do. So let's just go back here just to finish this up. Monthly, annual, and lifetime. All of these both of these two offers that we're offering on the monthly and the lifetime, they are good until Friday. This Friday coming up, okay? I know a lot of people are watching this via recording. There will be a timer on this page telling you when that offer is going to be done. But more importantly, we want you using this software. Okay, people that use it, that watch the startup videos and how to get going with it, call me, they email us, they do whatever. Oh my God, I wish I had this sooner. Or I wish I had this last month or last year or whenever. It will provide you with ideas. And we share ideas and we do all kinds of fun stuff for all of our people using TradingView Candle Scanner, including that bouncing ball video that I will be doing Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. For any of you that already own Candle Scanner on TradingView, you should have received an email from us with an invite to register for it. If you purchase it now, you'll have a couple of days to start using it and to be able to play around with it and then watch the strategy that I do on Saturday. Now, the strategy that I will be doing on Saturday is not intended that you have to do what I do. That's not the idea. Okay, the idea is if you like it and you want to copy it, go right ahead. If you like it, but you want to modify it slightly or more than slightly, go ahead. I will not get offended, trust me. Okay, if you hate it, doesn't work for you, don't do it. It's just designed to provide you with an idea of actually how to use this powerful software as an investment. Okay. The software is an absolute investment into you and your trading career. So to me, it's a no-brainer. There's no way I would possibly trade without Candle Scanner right now. And I've been using it for a while. I've been using it on TradingView for since the summer. So what is that, about 5-6 months, whatever it is. Now I had already been using Candle Scanner on the other platforms like Trade Navigator and Ninja Trader. It does also work on TradeStation, but I can tell you that this is a powerful tool. It is our flagship software. It will work in any market, any time frame, and truly be one of your favorite tools that you actually use in trading. TradingView is growing. They're adding concepts, ideas, and if you look over here, there is a hot list, calendars, there's ideas that are shared. There are checks that you can do with us or with other TradingView users. You get an idea stream. So there's so much to do. I'm going to bring this page back up in case you, again, would like to take full advantage of either the monthly, the annual, or lifetime. And again, these special offers are good only until Friday. After Friday, go back to normal $249 a month and $12.95 for lifetime. Mary Jane, so in order to have NCS on any of the TV platforms, you need to buy the NCS for TV. Absolutely. Yep. That would be the one required purchase, is to purchase the candle scanner. And again, we're offering it to you at nice discounted prices. It's up to you if you wanted to use the free version of TradingView or one of the 3 paid versions. Again, my recommendation, and what TradingView actually recommends, is that you sign up for the free one. Then you sign up for their 30-day demo that they've offered. Take full advantage of the 30 days of that while you're using Candle Scanner, and then up to you if you wanted to continue the paid version and actually purchase that from them, or go back to a free one. Either way, you'll be able to take that TradingView account and add it to multiple devices. So you do not need to purchase more than one Candle Scanner license. You would only need to purchase one. It would be attached to that TradingView account, and then whatever device you want to, you just add that TradingView account onto, again, your phone, iPad, Chromebook, laptop, desktop, whatever devices that you would want to utilize. At this point, I am going to open it up for Q&A. If there are any other questions that I can answer for you. I do want to congratulate, I just saw a couple people that took advantage of Lifetime, a couple people just took advantage of that monthly test drive that we call it. Congratulations. You're going to be getting an email. And actually what I'm going to do, I just want to show one other thing, because a lot of people get confused on this. I'm going to pull up our website. Okay. On our website, what happens when you purchase it, it would be added into your account. So if you go log into the account, obviously, no, I'm logged in because it says Welcome Paul on my account right here. I would click on my account, and then it's going to go into all of my programs. And notice, obviously, I have all of our programs. I'm just going to go find Nison Candle Scanner for TradingView, which I believe is down here somewhere. There it is. So I'm going to click on that, and this is going to take me to all the resources. Here you go. There's getting started with NCS on TradingView. There's first steps and an overview, and then bonus training. So that bouncing ball session that I'll be doing Saturday will be added into the bonus training. All you do, if I click on getting started, you would see our videos here. 12-minute video on how to get started, how to create the account, how to set things up. If I go to our next step of another video, a 15-minute video on doing some customizations, and then some bonus training, I'm going to show you a strict criteria video, an hour-long video on new to charts, and another video from Steve on an overview of the 28 candle patterns. Here's your PDF to download or print on the quick reference guide, and you're good. Like I said, that extra session that we will be doing on Saturday will be added in here, the recording. So those of you that own it obviously do not need to be there live on Saturday. I would love for all of you to be there Saturday with me as I go through that, but it will absolutely be recorded and posted here as well. So that was it. I'd take just another minute or so if anybody has any other questions. I implore you to go to candlecharts.com/tradingview, where you can get all these details. You can register. You could get started now by clicking that yellow button, and it will show you how you can become the newest owner of Candle Scanner on TradingView. Mary Jane, it's always a pleasure to attend your class. Oh, my pleasure, Mary Jane, to have you and everybody else here. Great to have you. So any other questions that I can answer? Just go for one more minute. Gladys. Mary Jane, Gladys is saying hi to you. You're very welcome, Brett. Glad I be able to share that information. And yeah, a lot of people ask us, what if I have a question? Well, I think we've made it as clear as possible. Our team is here to help. Okay, we truly are. You can email me, you can call me, you can do a chat. All of our chat agents are active traders. Okay, I tell that to people all the time, and then people come into the chat and say, "Hey, how do I log in?" Or and they can certainly help you with that. Chat agents get bored with that kind of stuff. The chat agents love coming back and telling me, "Hey, I just chatted with so and so, and they were telling me that they were looking at a chart on Candle Scanner and they had a question about that, and we helped them find whatever." You should see the smile on those chat agents' faces when they do that, compared to, yep, had another person that they forgot their password, right? No big deal, we can help you with that, but they love it when somebody comes in and says, "Hey, how do I get this set up, or how do I get a scan going, or I have it open, what am I supposed to do, or how do I find whatever?" And our chat agents get real happy about that. So go to candlecharts.com/tradingview. It will be one of the best items you could possibly do for yourself in your trading and investing. So I don't see any other questions. I want to thank you for your time. I look forward to seeing all NCS owners on Saturday at the Bouncing Ball trade setup video that I will be doing, and look forward to working with you here at candlecharts.com. Bye for now.